Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Please do head over to Insect Law and check out their website. This is where we got our butterfly eggs from, and also our aquarium that we used in our last video. So guys, today I'm going to show you guys a simple way of changing your tadpole water. So here's our little guys in here, and they've really eaten through. I had 3 spinach leaf in there and they have eaten through the whole thing. So I'm going to do a quick change of water. I really wanted to do this with the girls, but I'm trying to find time to do everything. So in here I've got water that so it's tap water. So I've done this 3 days ago, which I really didn't need to. So I've got tap safe because I have an aquarium. So I've got fish aquarium, so I use some tap safe in the water. So if you looking to like do it really quickly, tap safe works over 24 hours. If you haven't got tap safe or you don't want to purchase tap safe, what you can do is take out the tap water and leave it for 3 days. And if you just really that's not going to work for you, just pop over to Tesco and buy a bottle of still water. I think they're about 17p for a litre, and the litre should do the trick. So yeah, so I've got a bucket here, and I'm also going to show you guys how I prepare the food. So I've got some spinach here. I was just emptying out some of this on the balcony for cottontail, and I thought, no, you're going to leave some for the tadpoles. So I'm going to pop the camera up, and then I'm going to show you guys how I change the water and how I prepare the food. So first things first, I'm going to pop the lid off. What I like with this one is the observation tank. I like the lid so that when we're ready to take them back to the pond, we can just take it in this. And the lid is on so tight. So tight that it's very unlikely that the kids will drop it. Let's see if I can even get it off. The first time I did it, I couldn't get it off. Okay. I think the trick that I worked out is to unclick it and work on one side at a time. See what I mean? This thing is on so tight. Oh my gosh. Yes, I've managed to get the lid off. That is a good lid. It really is. So I can't remember which way it goes. That wasn't very smart of me. But I assume the longer side would be the side that goes in. So this, I'm gonna choose a corner and work from there. And I'm gonna keep it facing down, right to the bottom of the tank, so that I don't suck up any of the tadpoles. But I do have a bucket, so I'm not doing it directly into a sink or into the toilet because I don't want to suck up any of the tadpole. There we go, I've got one. Yep, it's that easy. I have gotten one sucked up in the tube already. So, yep, one is out. Oh, it is so quick that all of them are actually getting sucked up. Oh, what I forgot to do was to add water. That would make sense. So there's a little guy stuck in the tube, guys. So definitely don't do it. Oh, there's 2 in there. Definitely don't do it directly into the toilet or sink because you will end up with them going. So let's add some water. This is actually what I normally do with my fish tank, is we add the water. Forgot about that. So what I'm gonna do is get these little guys to go into the tank. I'm gonna just suck them back through into the tank. Okay, I think, are they all out? Yeah, they're all out of there. that will help. There's 1, 2, 3 in the bucket. Is that how quick they come out the tank? That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let's just pour this bucket water in. And we're going to try again. Okay. Okay. I think what I'll do is probably squeeze this time, so I have a bit of control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze. So can you guys see that? I'm going to try it. So the hose is here. I'm going to press and squeeze it so that I have a bit of control, because that was a disaster. That was really, really a disaster. Okay, so let's try again. It just means that it's going to go a lot slower. Ooh, let me put back on the lighting on this camera. Yeah, it just means that the water is going to come out a lot slower. So what I'll try to do is have a bit of fast flow where there's no tadpoles, and if I see the tadpoles swim up, then I will have a slower flow, because otherwise I'm going to be here all day. So I'm doing a fast. They just all go towards the water. It's like they follow currents. Should do a research to see if they follow the current, because they just all go towards the water, like swim away from the water. This is so much easier with the fish. With the fish tank, because they swim away from the hoover. As soon as I go in there, oh, they've gotten the idea now. They're starting to swim away from it. Yes, this is a hazard. Swim away. And I should really do the floor so that I can actually suck up. Or shall I leave it now? Leave it. In the fish tank, I normally aim to suck up the dirt off of the floor. These guys, I'm going to leave the dirt. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that much. And then, let's put that in there. Let me check to see if I actually got any. No. Great. So if you're using an aquarium hoover, the trick is to squeeze. Really give that hose a good squeeze. So now what I'm actually going to do is just pour in back some of the water. I've made a mess on the table. Just great. So this is what we've got now. We've got clean water. You can see them a lot easier. And I'm going to put the camera down so that I can show you guys what stage they're at. And I'll do the food before I do that. So I'll show you guys now how I make the food. So with making the food, I did take out quite a few leaves. But I'm actually going to do one big spinach leaf. And I think that should be enough. I don't want to put too much in there. So what I don't want it to do is rot in the water and make the water dirty. So I'm just going to put one big leaf. And I've boiled the kettle, so what I'm doing is I'm pouring hot water onto the leaf to soften the leaf. And that's it. That's how you make their food. So we're going to leave that in there for about a minute. Let the leaf get nice and soft. We don't want it too soft. At the same time, I want to soften it to make it easier for them to eat it. And then I'm going to pop that out and let it cool down and then add it to the tank. And then what I've decided to do as well, I'm going to put them back in a jar so that I can start setting up the aquarium for the next stage. And I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Might as well try and get as much out of this video as I can whilst I can. Guys, it's 4 AM, so that's why I'm not doing all of this with the kids. But I don't find a lot of time during the day to actually get the videos done, so I thought gotta get it done in the night or the morning. So that's basically how to make the food. So once this cools down, then it's basically ready to go in the tank, and it'll be nice and soft so they can easily eat it. And what I was saying is I'm going to move them to this jar simply because I want to set up the aquarium for the next stage. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do that. I was going to buy another aquarium, but I thought, nah, Hell no. And then I need to go out and buy a fish net so that when it's time to transport them, it'll be able to do that. So because this, would I call it a nozzle? I'm going to go ahead and call it a nozzle because this bit is really, really small. I'm going to have to get a really small net. But on the plus side, I think I saw one for £1.50 at Pets at Home. So next time I pop out, I'm going to get that. So none of them has actually got legs yet. So yeah, so they'll be in here for a little while. Yeah, and I'm going to get that tank set up for the next stage. So I've managed to get them all into here, which would have been a better idea at the start. I don't know why I decided to put them directly into the tank. However, I'm going to empty out some of the water to about here, because if you have an aquarium, what you would already know is that if you make the opening area, so the surface area, big, then you get more oxygen into the water. The smaller the surface area is the less oxygen that gets into the water. So I'm going to empty that surface area right down to here so that I can get as much oxygen into that water as possible. There is some oxygenated plants in there, so that helps. Ooh, so much better for seeing them when they're this small. I don't know why I had it in that tank. You know when you buy something and you feel like you have to use it? When you buy something and you literally feel like you have to use it. I don't even know if you guys could hear me because I just realized that I was covering up the mic. Oh my. But they're definitely not far from the next stage. I can actually see that now. I definitely will recommend this jar if you're going to do the experiment. This is one of our old pasta sauce jar, simply because it's glass and it's acting as a magnifying glass, because I can actually properly see them now. Definitely, I would definitely recommend you use one of these glass. Definitely. So just so that you guys can see the difference, this is when we first got them. They were just a little tiny dot of eggs and they have grown now. So it was really fun doing this experiment. I hope you guys are encouraged to try it as well. The kids absolutely love it, and I think you guys should definitely give it a go. These little guys look happier in this jar, and also we can see them very, very clearly now. So that is definitely a plus. Can't really see if they've been eating the spinach leaf yet. Oh, maybe over there's a bit of signs of holes. So my plan is to release them at this stage, because I would be so terrified at this stage. Nah, not me. Not me. The kids, the older girls are like, yeah, mommy, we can do it. And I'm just like, yeah, you can do it until they say they can do it until it escapes in the house. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for this stage to release them, or maybe when the tail goes in a little bit. But the size I'm talking about, it cannot be that size in my house. No way. And plus it wouldn't survive in such a small tank at that size. I think what I'll probably do is, once I've gotten 2 or 3 out, at this stage we'll be taking a trip to release these ones back in the pond, and I'll definitely document that for you guys, because I'm definitely not trying to have all of this turn into frog in my house. No. When we was collecting the eggs, they were very attached to each other, so we couldn't actually separate them. But now they're all separated, so whoever's first, the first two just in case if one dies. So we've taken the first 2 and put them into the water in this tank, and then yeah, we'll have those 2, and then the rest of them we'll just bring back. And obviously when you bring it back, I'll do a video, because when you bring it back, you have to actually wait for the water temperature that you have to adjust to the temperature of the pond. So you gotta like pop this jar down into the pond and wait. I'm gonna have to actually do a research to see how long we actually need to wait. So what I'll probably do is just get the girls to do some activities nearby the pond and probably get them to do some pond dipping because we haven't done that yet. So I'll probably get them to some nets and get them to do a bit of pond dipping. Meanwhile, we wait for the temperature of the jar to adjust. Another thing I could probably do is pop it outside on our balcony area from the night before. I wonder if I want to take that risk. Nah, I think we'll just spend a day at the pond waiting for the temperature to adjust for us to release them into the pond exactly where we got them from. Yeah, so that's my plan for the later stage. So I did have a toy here, but my little one has ran off with the toy, so I don't know where it is. But this stage is the stage where we'll be looking to finish up. Yeah,